here. I've been talking for a while about how spooky, fun, and fascinating the Minneapolis trolley tours are, but now there's big news. The Candlelight Ghost Tours now begin at the historic Pillsbury Club, a beautifully restored haunted mansion once owned by Charles Pillsbury himself. Believe it or not, the interior is nearly 200 years older than the exterior. How is that possible? You'll have to come out and find out. Before or after your tour, stop by the on-site market featuring a curated collection of handmade goods, artisan crafts, and locally inspired treasures. Perfect for picking up a keepsake to remember your haunting adventure. You'll also find exclusive spooky merchandise from Tales of the Crypt and Elvira. Then climb aboard the climate-controlled trolley as we travel through Minneapolis's haunted hotspots, uncovering ghost stories that locals would rather keep buried. The mansion is restored to perfection, and there is no better way to spend an evening. Visit MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for tickets and more information. Greg Bakken here. Like you, I love good, fresh, delicious food. So I want to tell you about this treasure in Roseville called Maverick's Real Roast Beef. Maverick's has the best roast beef sandwiches I've ever had. Made fresh every order. Add fries or onion rings dropped in the fryer when ordered, and you have a winning combination. Maverick's Real Roast Beef has a lot more than roast beef, so check out their website, mavericksbeef.com, or check out their restaurant on Lexington in Roseville.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Brett Johnson. Look for clear skies tonight with a low of 18 below, Saturday sunny with a high of 2 below, and Sunday sunny with a high around 3. From bold Szechuan flavors to tender Peking Mandarin classics, the Great Wall Restaurant offers something for everyone. Try favorites like the Mushu pork and beef and broccoli. The Great Wall Restaurant is located at 4515 France Avenue, and their full menu is available at greatwallrestaurant.us. That's greatwallrestaurant.us.
Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded.
The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host, guest, random reptoid, or chupacabra may not necessarily reflect those of AM 950 Radio, its affiliates, or its sponsors. Now, it's time to step into the unknown. There are things people experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in the corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us. Share your story, share your experience, because this isn't just your story. This is our story. This is GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakken.
Casual Friday. Casual Friday. Casual Friday on GhostBox Radio.
And it is Casual Friday here on GhostBox Radio, and we are live from Console Room in Bloomington. Thank you. All right, yeah. All right. Folks, if you are a Doctor Who fan, and I know there's a lot of people out there who are just that, you really need to come out here this weekend. I know it's like, I don't want to hear, oh, it's so cold, because it's not cold in a hotel. There's a lot of great, yeah, some people are like, actually, but it's a fantastic experience. We're going to be talking about that tonight. I want to see if anybody here has had any paranormal experiences. We're going to talk about that. Maybe even talk about Doctor Who, if that's all right with everybody. I mean, I don't know. And I also want to thank you all for coming out, because Console Room is jam-packed with all sorts of good things going on right now, and karaoke is happening, and I can understand why people would want to do that. So all of you that are in here, first of all, thank you so very much. I really, really appreciate that. Meanwhile, in Eden Prairie, we have Adam. How are you doing this evening, Adam?
Doing well, and I have to say your room does look much bigger on the inside, which, you know, I guess, you know, when you're looking at the front of that phone booth, it doesn't look that big.
Well, the thing is, it's like, it does look like there's like, 300 feet behind me, and it kind of is, but everyone else is in front of me, and then I have a big monitor so no one can actually see me, which I know a lot of people are super excited about. So, it's just one of those things that, I don't know. It's a lot of fun. We got Bruce in the comments and in the audience. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that before. That is pretty cool. Jeremy in the comments says, remember our 3+ hour chat about Doctor Who a few years ago? We did talk about Doctor Who quite a bit. It's for those of you who were here last year, we had some folks who were taking part in the convention coming up and talking about what Doctor Who meant to them. And there were some incredible stories. And if you hadn't heard on my Monday program, we had John Parker from The Gailey Show on, and he talked about what Doctor Who meant for him. And we really talked about something that I've never brought up on the show before, and I said it this way. I'm going to say it this way again. I mean, it's either an enlightened view or a naive view that my first encounter with the gay community was through Doctor Who, and that Doctor Who has such a strong, gay community presence in it, and it's really, it's so wonderful to be able to have so many friends that I've met this way, and we're going to maybe talk about this a little bit more as the program goes on. Savannah says in the comments, is this in the cities? And yes, it is. This is over at is this the Bloomington Airport Hilton? Yes. Okay, the Bloomington Airport Hilton, because I'm looking at it at the front of your first page on your website, and I don't. It probably says Hilton, Minneapolis, St. Paul Airport. See, we're starting the show again with people not using mics talking to me. Amateur AM. Okay, and we'll talk about that, Jason, when we get you on here. And Adam, you said you hated Doctor Who, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I wouldn't say hate. I would say I've never watched it, but hate would be a strong word for something I've never really watched.
That would be a strong and accurate word. So that's you got to watch it. I'm surprised Danielle hasn't watched it.
She probably has. She likes all that British stuff, and honestly, that's the reason why our marriage has lasted. We have 2 TVs, so she can watch what she wants, I can watch what I want, and we don't argue.
So you can have a non-Doctor Who TV. That's a good start.
You know what? My nerdum though isn't a whole lot better. It's half-naked dudes in tights wrestling around in a ring. So I'm not going to
open up their eyes. They're interested.
I'm going to say I'm not going to poo-poo on your nerdism because my nerdism is just as nerdy.
I can poo-poo on whatever I want.
It is your show, so feel free.
Chuck in the comments, who, by the way, Adam, I did 2 interviews today on main stage, one with Daphne Ashbrook, the other with Wendy Padbury. These are stars of Doctor Who at different times when the show is on. They're featured guests here this year. And both times, Chuck, who joins in our comments all the time, he had online questions during the panel today, because they're also an online component to this we can talk about as well. And he has just a very simple and I think valid question. How is Adam still employed at AM 950?
Because no other producer will stay up this late to listen to you talk about Doctor Who.
Yeah, there is no love to be doing this show, that's for sure. That's very much for certain. So why don't we get started here? And Jason, do you want to come up here? Don't trip on the cords that are very precarious. And let's see if if your cord runs okay. So, Jason, you are the chair for Council Room. Are you a co-chair or are you the chair? I don't really know what's going on with you.
I'm co-chair. I am the founder and current co-chair of Council Room 2026.
And I've known Jason since, 1998, 90?
Yeah, I think we met at the Convergence in St. Paul.
Yeah. So
whenever
1990.
Was
1999 was the first one. And the console room itself, Elijah in the comments says, nice hat, Jason. Jason's wearing a cowboy hat.
It's a Stetson. Stetsons are cool.
And that, I was going to say, I don't remember the doctor wearing, but yes, he has a number of times. So I don't really watch the show. So I hope that was obvious. So Jason is like, you're frozen up here. I mean, you're just like a statue. Don't blink. So that's a Doctor Who reference in case.
Should I just be jumping in here?
We're doing a radio show.
Yes. Okay.
So let me ask you a question. Is this the 13th year for Console Room?
It is the 13th year for Console Room. Lucky 13.
Wow.
If any year is going to convince you that 13 is a lucky number, it's going to be this one, right?
I think Console Room, I mean, there's a number of good conventions around. I think Console Room is one of the best because there is, I don't want to say like a small town feel to it, but it's certainly a convention where everybody knows everybody else, and that everyone's helpful. Everyone who works in, a number of you actually work this convention are in here. First of all, thank you very much for everything you do, because you make this run smoothly. And everyone is so nice here. What is it that makes Console Room such a wonderful experience for people?
Oh, so you're starting out with a softball question, I see. No, I think it is just that it's a way for all the local and sometimes not so local Doctor Who fans to get together with a shared love of a show that is about caring about other people. I mean, that's the thing, is Doctor Who is about people as much as it is about, fun science fiction.
Yeah.
So, we have loved, whether it's for just a season or for decades like you and I have, loved a show that is about taking care of other people.
I think that's such a good point, because what I think is so important about the show is the character and what we hope is the moral standards that have stayed consistent throughout the run. And that's just it. And so many people kind of take that on, and the caring, I think, is a really important part of it.
Yeah. I really like to think that if you have experience with the Doctor, if you are not one of the baddies, if you've had an experience with the Doctor, you are better for it. One of the things that that didn't sit well with me in some of the modern series is the idea that after you've spent time with the Doctor, that bad things are now surrounding you, like all of the things where the families of the companions are, they don't like the Doctor because of reasons. Right. But I want to think that meeting the Doctor makes anyone who is a good person a better person.
Absolutely. Now, Console Room is running. It ran today, tomorrow, Sunday. How do people come out here and get tickets? You don't need to give them directions, but how do they get tickets when they come out here?
When you get out to the Hilton Minneapolis St. Paul Airport, it's the airport, or it's the Hilton that's the closest to the airport. There's another Hilton on American Boulevard. Don't go to that one. That's on the wrong side of town.
This is super clear, by the way.
Yes.
Okay. Just one.
Can't you see the directions that I'm pointing?
Yeah, radio folks. Can you not see that?
When you get here, come in the main doors of the hotel, go up the stairs, and right at the top of the stairs is the registration desk where you can get a weekend or a single day pass.
and it's well worth doing. I see Adam in the comments. He's putting the console room URL in. I just put it up on the screen as well. And for those who are listening on the radio, it's console-room.org. Okay, and there you can get all the information of the schedule, what's going on there. Let's talk briefly, Jason, about the guest of honors that you have this year.
Sure, absolutely. Tomorrow and Sunday, we will have all three of our guests of honor. Joe Martin, who played the fugitive doctor and also appears in a show that my parents watched, Marlowe Murder Club.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get some mystery fans coming to meet Joe. We also have Daphne Ashbrook, who was in the TV movie, and you interviewed her today.
I did.
And I saw that interview. It went great.
And she was in Knight Rider.
She's been in Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
So
she was in.
She was in Murder,
Diagnosed as Murder. Yeah, which
Diagnosed
to me
as
is just no. She wasn't. I think she was in Murder, She Wrote. Yeah. Yeah, she was in the OC for a little while.
So come and meet Daphne. She's fabulous. Also fabulous is Wendy Padbury.
Yes.
From the second. So we have guests from all eras of Doctor Who, from the second Doctor era, from the TV movie, and from the very most recent series.
And just to kind of give you a little insight, and I'm not saying this is going to happen when you show up tomorrow, but we had a reception Thursday night. And I'm sorry, this was just really neat. And Mike, you know what I'm going to be talking about here is that we just went up and all we're doing is just talking. And one of the guests of honor, Joe Martin, came up to us, introduced herself to us like we didn't know who she was. You know, we're at the, like, I'm Joe Martin, really. Yeah, I've watched one or two with you in it. And she just went on to talk and be just a wonderful presence. Later I saw Wendy doing the same thing going around, and same with Daphne. And this is what I love about this convention. Everyone kind of takes hold in that wonderful energy of we're just having fun here. We're in the spirit of the show. We're in the spirit of everything else. And I think that's one of the things that make this convention so special.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, I agree. It is. Everything about this convention is about the interactions between the attendees, between the guests, between all the people volunteering. It's all about those connections. I've said before that one of the things that thrills me is when I see two people interacting online that I know that they met each other at console room.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure, raise your hand if you've been here and you made friends from this convention that you are still talking to. No one raised their hand. No. Actually, virtually everybody did. And I can point out a number of people in this room that I never met before, that I met through console room. And I'm not trying to say that you need to come out here and make friends, but I am saying you're going to have a good time.
Yes, absolutely. We have a lot of great. We have an escape room.
Some better than others, by the way. Yeah.
We have an escape room. We have many vendors selling all kinds of great stuff. We have lots of great panels, informative panels. We are going to be doing karaoke tomorrow night as well, I think.
Oh, wow.
All kinds of stuff. I'm trying to think if there's anything in. If you want to come in.
And if you do want to come out to console room, that is running this weekend in Bloomington.
So you're not rushed through the line.
Yeah.
You can sit and spend some time getting your autograph. When you get your photo taken with them, you get to have more fun with it than I think at some other conventions.
I think so too. And that's not a dog on the other conventions.
No.
It's just, this is how this one has been crafted.
There was a year when one of our guests of honor was Katie Manning, and she went through the entire autograph line giving everyone hugs.
Where was I? I don't remember Katie being here. Do you have a secret console room that you didn't invite me to? Yeah, you did. I see that. Yeah, I can either confirm or deny that, Greg. Funny enough, when you were talking about the escape room, I did hear a couple people in the audience who thought this was the escape room, and there is no escape. Okay, so the doors will be unlocked after the show. So why don't we go ahead and do this? I want to get a break in. When we come back, we want to talk some paranormal because it is a paranormal show. Folks in the comments, why don't you go ahead and put if you like the show, Doctor Who that is, and if you have a favorite doctor. Otherwise, we're going to just talk to our audience here and have a great night. So don't go anywhere. You are listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. Greg Bakken here. I've been talking for a while about how spooky, fun, and fascinating the Minneapolis trolley tours are. But now there's big news. The Candlelight Ghost Tours now begin at the historic Pillsbury Club, a beautifully restored haunted mansion once owned by Charles Pillsbury himself. Believe it or not, the interior is nearly 200 years older than the exterior. How is that possible? You'll have to come out and find out. Before or after your tour, stop by the on-site market featuring a curated collection of handmade goods, artisan crafts, and locally inspired treasures. Perfect for picking up a keepsake to remember your haunting adventure. You'll also find exclusive spooky merchandise from Tales of the Crypt and Elvira. Then, climb aboard the climate-controlled trolley as we travel through Minneapolis's haunted hotspots, uncovering ghost stories that locals would rather keep buried. The mansion is restored to perfection, and there is no better way to spend an evening. Visit MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for tickets and more information. Are you one of thousands of individuals who know you have psychic abilities but don't know how to tap into your higher self? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who offers classes that can help you reach your goals. Refined Divine holds classes Monday and Thursday at her 2 locations and via Zoom. Classes consist of manifestation, learning psychic abilities, shadow work, and healing trauma. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
This is Psychic Medium Deb. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
Greg Bakken here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey, bacon, avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com. Greg Bakken here. It's nice to get out of the Twin Cities and take some travel excursion to some great locations. Minnesota has so much to offer, which is why I love traveling down to Wabasha and staying at the historic Anderson House Hotel. Opened in 1856, this beautiful hotel offers comfortable accommodations, has a delicious restaurant, and even a speakeasy in the basement to unwind with a drink. Located next to the Mississippi River and on Main Street, there is a lot of sightseeing and shopping to do too. To get more information, go to the AndersonHouseHotel.com.
Casual Friday. Casual Friday. Casual Friday on GhostBox Radio.
And it is Casual Friday here in GhostBox Radio, and we are live from Console Room outside of the airport. Wow, thank you all. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for the folks at home who are taking the time to ease into the weekend with us. And once again, thank you to everybody in this room. There is so much happening at this convention that you've been kind enough to join me tonight. Really, really happy. Meanwhile, in Eden Prairie, we have Adam. And sounds like there's a good chunk of people in here tonight. It's very exciting.
Yeah, and those checks for applauding, those are in the mail. So
Yeah.
We got that going for you. There you go.
I mean, checks for $1 is not really known for anymore, but whatever, right? Let's go through some comments real fast. Instead of the escape room, Chuck says it should be called the Bakken Experience Room. Only talking about this room, not the real escape room. Let's see. Bruce, who is also in, like, literally right in front of me, says Pertwee number 3 is my favorite, not Pertwee number 5, huh? Okay, I just want to make sure. For Meg. Hello. Another one who's in the comments and in front of us, and Courtney responding to another Mavericks commercial. She's like, good thing I made a sandwich before I started watching. That's the number one thing I always get. People are like, I am hungry now. Yeah, it's all good. Let's talk paranormal here. How many of you in this room has had paranormal experiences, just in general? All right. Not completely, but there's some. I'm just curious, and it's quite all right. How many folks in here are skeptics over the idea of spirits or anything? One. Whose opinion doesn't matter? Oh, two. Two. Okay. Oh, three. Okay. Now you're all coming out of the woodwork. All right. And here's the thing. Just so you know, skeptics are good. That's a good thing to be. Because if you're not skeptic, you're going to believe everything that you see, like I do. And that's just not the way that you should be just unbiased about what happens in front of you. And so if you have a paranormal experience and if you care enough to try to debunk it, that's not a bad thing either. Now I have Diana with me, and Diana took the class that Char and I put on. She's been on a number of investigations with us. She is part of Console Room. And when I came in this room to start setting up, if you don't mind me saying, I was accosted by her because she was so excited about something that happened. And I thought, why don't you come on the show, since number one, this is a paranormal show as it happens, and this is a possible paranormal thing. So first of all, Diana, how are you today? Are you having fun?
I'm having a great time.
Good. And have you been coming to Console Room since the beginning?
No, I think the first year was
Here, you put
Jason,
it to your
what
mouth.
was the
There you
year
go.
that Dan
All right.
Starkey was here? What year was Dan Starkey here? Okay. Anyways, it was before COVID, okay?
Okay. All right. So I come in here to set up, and you were super excited. What happened?
So I was here I'm a VIP because, I've got to support the con. And we were having a VIP meet and greet with Daphne. But before setting up, the person who's running the electronics, we were having some really weird thing with the Zoom coming around. So we just joked because her and I both believe. So we're like, oh, it's just a spirit or whatever. It was really weird. We turned off the lights. We tried to figure out what could be causing this really weird thing happening on the screen. Well, then, we was like, okay, whatever. And then Daphne comes in and it was happening again. And she goes, it was a spirit. And I'm like, okay, we just talked about that. So the whole conversation, you would think with a meet and greet with a guest of honor, is to talk Doctor Who. No, she wanted to know everybody's experience in the audience and wanted to tell us her experiences.
That's interesting, because I talked to her a little bit about coming on the show tonight, but I didn't say it was a paranormal show, which was, in hindsight, was dumb. But but whatever. So next time I see her, and I'm interviewing her Sunday. Oh, we're going to talk about this.
Oh yeah, she'll be interested. She'll love it. And we talk about aliens, of course.
Yeah, well, how many of you are aliens? No, okay. Anyway,
Just me.
Because I think some of you are. Anyway, you believe it? Yeah, you starseed back there, or? Yeah, good. Well, okay. So, what do you think about that experience you had? Do you think that that's possibly spirit, or?
We kind of was, it was part of a joke, but we really did want to debunk it.
Mm-hmm.
So we were turning off the lights. We were moving around, trying to focus things, and it just would happen. And we were like, there was like a light coming through. And when we went this way, you could see our hand coming this way. And we're like, that's weird. And we tried everything to sit there and figure out what could be the cause of this. And then when Daphne goes, well, it's like, it was a white lights. We're like, the person who's running Zoom, we're like, oh, this is a positive thing. We were all like really kind of cool about this. Like, and not a single person in the audience was like upset that we did not talk about Doctor Who.
Well, I mean, that's a whole weekend, isn't it? Anyway, I mean, it gets boring after a while to talk about Doctor Who the whole weekend.
But when you sit there and you're like, she's a companion, she was Grace. I mean, it was like, you think you're going to talk about that.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing too. That's why I didn't bring it up to Daphne when we were doing the interview, because it's just like I didn't want to. You never know how people are going to react, and that's not what she was there for. So that's very interesting.
It's something she mentioned though. She goes, I don't know why, but I took out these binders from the 2017 Alien stuff. And she goes, why did I take this out before the con?
Wow.
So yeah, and then she talked about some of her movies or miniseries that she did research on paranormal with people who've written books and things like that.
Oh, that's interesting.
And yes, you were brought up.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, why didn't he tell me?
I don't have an answer for that.
Really,
yeah.
She was like really excited to know that there was this happening.
We'll have to talk about that over the course of the weekend. Maybe because I didn't know what we're going to do for the second interview with her on Sunday. So looks like it's all paranormal. So like it or not. So favorite doctor? Do you have one?
You want classic or do you want?
Oh my
new?
God.
Okay, fine. Classic is Pertwee and Tennant, but I also really, really love Capaldi. And Shooty was great.
So all of them, basically. Yeah, they're all your favorites. Okay.
Fine. They're all mine.
That's
I
good.
love them.
All right. Thanks. Anything else? Any favorite thing? You work in the escape room, aren't you?
I've been helping out with the escape room. I used to run it, but now my friend is doing it, and I've just been volunteering and helping her. So.
Yeah, no, that's great. And I've known Diana for many years, and
we met here.
We met here, and I just want to thank you for being a good friend, as well as just all the work you've done on this convention. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Do you want to talk about trivia at all or anything? Like in terms of do you have anything coming up that you want to promote?
Well, we have TC Trek Trivia, which is every second Wednesday at the Driftwood Char Bar in Minneapolis. It's the only recurring Star Trek, it's all is about Trek Trivia monthly, and we're going on year 14, I think.
Nice. Very cool. Do you have a site or anything for people to see what you're doing?
Facebook, just check into TC Trek Trivia.
Perfect. Everyone, please do that. Diana, thank you so very much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
This is great. What we're going to do here is, wow. Did you hear that slam of the microphone?
See, I never actually experienced a mic drop with headphones on, and I don't appreciate them. Thanks. Thank you, Diana.
Well, there you go. Adam's deaf.
What?
And we need him to hear. So, yeah, exactly. So with that being said, if the microphone still works after that, does anyone, we saw people raise their hand for paranormal experiences. Anyone want to share anything with us? Oh, look, don't all, I was hoping you would. Come on up. We'll do this. This is the untested portion of the show, and we'll see if this is a success or not.
We need some walk down music like
right, exactly. Okay, so first of all, what's your name?
I'm Sarah.
Sarah?
Yes.
Nice to meet you. I'm Greg. First of all, thank you for coming up here. And the couple times I said, anyone have paranormal experience? You raised your hand. I feel like you've had a lot of paranormal experiences.
Yeah, that'd be a true statement.
It just felt it. Okay. So are you a medium?
I don't identify as a medium, but some of the work that I do can also somewhat influences that.
Are you an energy worker?
No, I'm massage.
Okay.
Myofascial massage.
Okay. All right. What kind of experiences have you had?
So It started really early on for me.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, I am the youngest of my family.
Mm-hmm.
And before I was born, my mom had another daughter, and she passed away when she was 4 months old.
Okay.
And I never knew her. All I had were all the stories that I was given by my brothers and by my parents. And I remember so intensely wanting to meet this sister that I never knew of.
Yeah.
And it was a really fascinating experience where I felt like that I was being drawn towards
Mm-hmm.
It was a very light colored room with light colored pinks and greens and blues. And I had a chance to actually play with my sister.
That's
and at
cool.
one point, a woman comes into the room and says, "It's time for you to leave now."
And then you're disengaged then, basically. Yeah. Wow. Have you seen her? And this is weird. Actually, this is even weird for me to talk about this a little bit, because normally when I do these kind of conversations, we're in a room full of paranormal, enthusiasts or people like-minded. And everyone here is extremely kind and listening, but it's probably some different sort of concepts. And also for you to put yourself out there like that, first of all, thank you, because it's not easy. It's not easy to do that, because there sometimes can be like some ridicule and stuff to that. But I'm going to keep asking questions here if you don't mind. Do you think she's a guardian angel or watches over you at all?
No, that would be my dog.
Right.
I have had visits from my dog before, because my dog had also passed.
Yes. Sorry, folks. Hold on. That's mine.
Oh, precious.
So, yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I just stopped the radio show. Adam's laughing. You can see, here we go again about Linus. Yeah. Yeah. And, okay, because we have a couple minutes before we go to break here. If I may ask, what makes you think that it's your dog that's the guardian angel? I mean, is there like visitations and stuff as well? Or because I feel the same about my cat.
Oh, yes. There have been times in which my dog has come back to me, and all I'm doing is I'm tossing a ball to her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just bringing it back, and I just have those moments of I'm just tossing a ball.
Yeah, yeah. How many of you in here have had, even if you don't necessarily believe that there are ghosts and stuff, have you ever had something where you kind of thought after a pet has passed that they've returned? I mean, I've had that. I mean, I've talked at nauseum about it, and it's really something, and it's probably hard for people to kind of understand when you say, "Oh, I think my dog's my guardian angel," but I think not everyone understands that relationship that you have with your pet, and when you find that perfect pet, that bond is so strong.
She fit our family like a glove.
Yeah. I love that. That's beautiful. Let's see. Grady in the comments says, "Yep, had a dog visit a few days after they passed." A lot of people get, like with cats, like the feeling of a cat jumping up on the bed, or a dog, I'm sure as well, where you're just like those kind of phantom jumps, so to speak. Let's see here. Chuck says, "Animals have larger connection at times to their owners." I mean, if you're like me and prefer animals over people, that's always something as well. And Meg, who just happens to be in the audience as well, "My cat walks by and steps on me in bed at night." Pretty incredible here.
Wow.
No, this is cool. So you're a Tenet fan? Can I say that? Or
So I am originally a Tom Baker fan. So yes, that was probably my very first exposure as well. Was when I was just a kid, and I would poke open the door just enough because I was supposed to be asleep, but my brothers were watching Doctor Who, and I wanted to watch it too, and so I was just kind of sneaking that.
Yeah.
But David Tennant comes in second.
Okay.
So yes.
That's great. That's great. In the comments, Grady says, didn't realize I'd be crying listening to Greg Bakken tonight. Miss our pup. That's kind of what this show. Oh boy, we've had some like that. Remember that letter from a listener we had about they believe their dog was helping other animals cross over.
Oh my God, yes, I do remember that one. That was beautiful. I
Yeah,
loved that one.
it was.
I like our
story
pets
about
episode.
Okay, hold on then with that. If you want to stick around another segment.
If that's all right with you.
It's Adam, is that all right with you? No, I'm just kidding. Of course it is. Let's see. Wade also says, I'm totally with you, but have you ever seen physical evidence such as a hair on the pillow or that you say the jump on the bed? Oh my God. Wait, I'm not going to bore people again with the Linus stories. Do you mind me if I say that you've heard Linus as well? Did you see Linus? You just heard him though. Yeah. Because Linus, or you're Robert. Linus lives in my basement. No, Robert lives in my basement, and you got used to over the years of, well, Linus didn't dislike you, but you weren't. Well, he's a smart animal. He's a smart animal, Robert. So with that being said, Sarah has another story, but what I want to do is I want to fit in a break here. Anyone else who wants to share anything during the break, raise your hand so we can kind of plan our last segment. Once again, we are live at Console Room. That is tomorrow and Sunday. Come on out. It's console-room.org. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. Greg Bakken here. Like you, I love good, fresh, delicious food. So I want to tell you about this treasure in Roseville called Maverick's Real Roast Beef. Maverick's has the best roast beef sandwiches I've ever had. Made fresh every order. Add fries or onion rings dropped in the fryer when ordered, and you have a winning combination. Maverick's Real Roast Beef has a lot more than roast beef, so check out their website, mavericksbeef.com, or check out their restaurant on Lexington in Roseville. Have you ever met someone who not only can help you on a deep spiritual level, but also potentially change your life? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who travels the nation and lives right here in the Midwest. And she offers mediumship, mentorship, house and business parties, energy healing, palm readings, and so much more. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
Hi, this is Psychic Medium Deb. I cannot wait to hear from you. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
Greg Bakken here. It's nice to get out of the Twin Cities and take some travel excursion to some great locations. Minnesota has so much to offer, which is why I love traveling down to Wabasha and staying at the historic Anderson House Hotel. Opened in 1856, this beautiful hotel offers comfortable accommodations, has a delicious restaurant, and even a speakeasy in the basement to unwind with a drink. Located next to the Mississippi River and on Main Street, there is a lot of sightseeing and shopping to do too. To get more information, go to the AndersonHouseHotel.com. Greg Bakken here. I've been talking for a while about how spooky, fun, and fascinating the Minneapolis trolley tours are. But now there's big news. The Candlelight Ghost Tours now begin at the historic Pillsbury Club, a beautifully restored haunted mansion once owned by Charles Pillsbury himself. Believe it or not, the interior is nearly 200 years older than the exterior. How is that possible? You'll have to come out and find out. Before or after your tour, stop by the on-site market featuring a curated collection of handmade goods, artisan crafts, and locally inspired treasures. Perfect for picking up a keepsake to remember your haunting adventure. You'll also find exclusive spooky merchandise from Tales of the Crypt and Elvira. Then, climb aboard the climate-controlled trolley as we travel through Minneapolis's haunted hotspots, uncovering ghost stories that locals would rather keep buried. The mansion is restored to perfection, and there is no better way to spend an evening. Visit MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for tickets and more information.
Casual Friday. Casual Friday. Casual Friday on GhostBox Radio.
And it is Casual Friday here in GhostBox Radio, and we are live from Console Room and the big Doctor Who convention. Thank you all very much. Really appreciate you all being out here tonight. And you're having fun doing the show? That's very kind. Thank you very much. Yeah, no one ever applauds us at the station. You notice that?
Well, no one's ever around when we do this because they're all scared that you're going to give them like a DivX box, or we're going to hang like a Ouija board in the studio, or
Did you hear I told Matt I was going to give him a DivX box?
Yeah, and then he tried to act smart and know what it was, and he had no clue. I thought it was brilliant.
About it. Yeah, absolutely. Coming up Monday on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakken, we are going to have psychic medium Rob Guttrow and Monique Toussoon. They're going to be joining us talking about their new book. Wednesday, we're going to have William Jevning on. We're going to be talking about the Minnesota Iceman, which is this hoax. Really, what they found, some sort of crypto person. Chris, when you wrote your book about Bigfoot and stuff, did you run across the Minnesota Iceman in that? Yeah. No, it's really cool, and we've had Chris Bond on before talking about his book series. If we have time, if you want to come up, we can just chat a little bit too. Let's see here. Thursday we'll be doing a replay of a paranormal chat, and then of course Friday, Casual Friday. And I got to say, Adam, the one. There's a lot of shows I'm looking forward to in February, but the one I'm really looking forward to is the episode I told you about. We're going to be talking about Bigfoot sightings during the Civil War. And I think that's going to be interesting.
I'm also interested in the one you just talked about, the Wild Man of Minnesota too, because I love the fact that they're spouting the story that all of a sudden, we're going to send scientists to come look at this, and then the quote unquote Men in Black show up and it's nowhere to be found. I love this story.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Real shout out real fast. I just want to let people know that during the break, we did a Minneapolis trolley tour ad, and that's another thing that we'd really like to get people out to. And since I have a captive audience, I just want to let you all know about the Minneapolis trolley tour, which is in downtown Minneapolis. It is, they do a candlelight ghost tour. They do gilded mansion tours. They do a true crime tour. And you might be like, well, it's too cold to do that right now. But I guarantee everything will be nice and toasty warm, and you're going to have a great time. So this is what you all need to do. Console Room this weekend, and then next weekend, take a look at Minneapolis trolley tours. Now, as we're in our final segment here, Sarah said that she had a story, another pet story, and I'm all about those. Do you want to share what you wanted to talk about?
Yes. So my first girlfriend that I had a 23-year-old cat.
A little bit there you go.
Closer. That better?
Maybe try that. Nope, it's me. I told you I was going to do this. I didn't unmute you. There we go. Amateur AM.
Okay, can you? Oh, there we go.
Imagine that. Apparently, when you turn on the equipment, it works. So that's Jason. This is your fault. So you can start your story again because no one heard it.
Right. So my first girlfriend that I had a 23-year-old cat, and during our time together, this cat was starting to fail in terms of the health, but just kept on lingering and just wouldn't. This cat wouldn't give up. And at the time, I was working at the James Deere Hill Library before they closed. And I was working at the reception desk, and she calls me just in tears, just so sad that she seems to be hanging on just and not letting go. And I mentioned, you know what? Why don't you just talk to her? Tell her you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Maybe she needs to hear that. And after I said that, we hung up. And later that night, I got a call back from her saying that she did what I recommended.
Yep.
And after she did that, Mittens passed in her arms.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I always tell people, just talk to them like you just did.
Yeah.
Just talk to them. It's amazing what they pick up. So no, that's beautiful. That is so great. Sarah, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Thank you
Yeah.
for coming in here. That was great. Thank you.
And
And just
thank
don't
you.
throw it down like Diana did. It just, I'm not sure how much more the microphone can take. So
Full.
there you go. Yep, just put her down. And thank you. Nope, you're good. I muted it. Probably for the next person, I will forget to unmute it again. But Adam, don't you love those animal stories? Thank you
Well,
again.
it kind of stinks now because somebody's cutting onions up here in the studio, and I don't know who they are after that. So I got to figure out who that is.
Aw, you're a big
That was-
softy over there, aren't you? My God.
Just fluffy, not soft.
Just, yeah. Oh, because what's the number one thing you do when you hear those type of stories? You think of your animal, don't you?
Yeah, I go back to Trophy. I know she visited me after she had passed, and it tears me up to think when my dog Annie, when she goes, what that
Yeah.
one's gonna be like. That one,
Yeah.
and Annie's really gonna hurt.
No, very much so. Chris, do you want to come up and talk about your books again real fast? We have about 6 minutes left in the program. And once again, I do want to say real fast as Chris is making his way up here, and don't trip on anything of the cords I have vicariously out there. This February 4th, over at Billy's Bar and Grill in Anoka, our Ghost Stories and Beyond is actually going to be about pets and the afterlife. So come on out, share your stories. I'll share some of mine, and it's always a great time. Come on out. It's half price burgers. It's a lot of fun. You got to come out, Chris. I mean, that's the way that works.
Well, I'll have to do that. Yeah.
You're not convinced. Don't give me that. Oh my God, what am I committing to? So, Chris, we had you on last year, right? Did we have you like in the summer or something?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. I think the books that I wrote came out in January of 2025.
Right. That's right. That's right. Now, Chris is local.
Yep.
And, so I always want to promote local authors. And secondly, you are writing stuff that is right up our alley. We have about 4 minutes left. Tell us what your book series is, please.
Yeah. I've written a few different nonfiction books for kids, like 7th grade reading level, that sort of thing. And the one that's going to be most of interest to your audience is the Enduring Mysteries series. It's published by a creative company, which is based out of Mankato. And it's a 6-book series, covers things like Area 51, Atlantis, Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, and looks at things from a little bit more of a skeptical angle. So it looks at the folklore and the science behind these things, kind of what the stories are for, an audience that doesn't necessarily know what is Bigfoot, and what are some of the cool stories behind it. Because this stuff is really, even if you don't necessarily believe in it, it's really fun and it's really interesting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How is that series? Because it's been out for a little while now. How's the series doing?
As far as I know, it's doing well. Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
good. And we kind of talked about this, and if you go to our website or go to Spotify, you can find the episode. But do you have a favorite that you personally enjoyed putting together?
I think the Bigfoot was probably the most fun to do. The near-death experiences was the most interesting because I didn't realize how much actual scientific research has been done on this subject, and how there are real questions about what does happen just after you die, and what do you go on?
It's kind of an adult subject when you're talking about that, and I like that because this isn't something we should shy away from with the kids. So I think that's really good that you're doing that.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows that we're all eventually going to pass away, and we all wonder what's on the other side. Is there anything on the other side?
Right. No. Do you plan on doing any more in the series?
Well, that's up to the publisher.
Sure.
And I would definitely like to do that. Yeah.
I mean, any thoughts on what you would like to cover?
I have gotten lots of requests for the Chupacabra.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be interesting to do something that maybe looked at just a whole series of different, maybe little short segments on monsters throughout North America.
Maybe this is too abstract, but maybe one on abductions.
Yeah, definitely.
That would be pretty cool. Now, Chris, can you direct anyone anywhere to get these books?
Yeah, the Creative Company has a website, which the URL is slipping my mind
That's
right now.
That's okay. We can put it up later.
You could also go to my website, which is christopherbond.com. And it's right there on the front page.
And you're doing a bunch of panels this weekend.
Yeah, did 2 today, and I've got 1 tomorrow and 1 on Sunday as well.
It's so good to see you.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming up here. Really appreciate you having up here tonight.
Yeah.
And we'll get you on again.
Cool.
All righty. I just want to, as we're wrapping up here and we're coming to the end of the program, I want to remind people that we are at Console Room, and this is happening Saturday and Sunday. You can come out here. You can see Joe Martin. You can see Daphne Ashbrook, Wendy Padbury, and just a lot of great people here who are working to make this the great experience for everybody. And you can go to console-room.org to find out where we are, how to get out here. But come on out, get tickets. Here's the thing too, it's local. So please, we hear this so often, please support the local events because it takes time, energy, money to put on, and it would really help because there's never a guarantee that these go on indefinitely. So if you're thinking this would be a lot of fun to do, come on out here, support it so that there is a next year. And that's really what it comes down to. Adam, did we have a good show tonight?
Tonight was a good show. Very, very, very good.
And good people. And I want to thank the people in the room with me tonight. You are all awesome. You are all amazing. Thank you for spending your Friday night with us. We're going to be back Monday. We'll be talking with Rob Guttrow and Monique Toussoon. Everyone, hope you come out to Console Room. And otherwise, we'll see you Monday. Take care.
Hey, Minnesota, it's your favorite sexy liberal. Join me and my fellow cohorts in liberal justice weekdays from